In this video, I'm going to show you what it's like to hike to the summit of King's Throne in Kluane National Park. If you only have time for one hike in the park, make sure it's this one, because it is one of the most breathtaking and most accessible hikes in the area. And I can say that with some authority because I've just spent my summer working in the adjacent town of Haines Junction in the famous village bakery, which has allowed me to explore many of the popular hikes in and around Kluane National Park. The trailhead for this hike is located at Kathleen Lake. To get there, you'll need to head south from Haines Junction for 25 kilometers along the Alaska Highway. There should be ample parking either at the trailhead proper or by the lake when you arrive. Now, the best months to take on this hike are between July and September, as there will be little to no snow on the peak during these times. And in this video, we're doing our hike at the start of July, and it happens to be my first day in the Yukon and Canada.
So it is my first day into the Yukon and I'm getting straight to it. No rest for the wicked. Today I'm going to climb King's Throne Mountain, which is this huge mountain right behind me here. I think it is about a 12 or 1300 meter elevation gain through bear territory. So let's get to it. I'm excited. I cannot believe I'm going straight up a mountain in my first full day in the Yukon.
However, to reach the summit, you'll first have to take on 3 to 4 hours of hiking, which is strenuous but not difficult.
I've been having some problems with this bloody Osmo Pocket 3 and haven't been able to talk until now when I'm out of breath. But before we go any further, let's do some introductions. So this is Rachel, who's working at the bakery I'm working at. Hello. And Matteo, also at the bakery. And we've got Brendan, who works for Parks Canada, on up ahead with a nice, is she French or Quebecois? Quebecois. A nice Quebecois girl we've met. And we just come through this huge ass forest down here. What's it called again, Matteo? And the Cottonwood Trail. Cottonwood Trail. Okay, so we followed the Cottonwood Trail to the base of the mountain, climbed up this huge ass scree slope. As you can tell, I'm not breathing right because it is relentless, but we've reached this col or bowl now, and to be honest, I can't see how we get to the peak from here. But check this out, it's pretty insane. Just want to finish introduction. This is Brendan and Emmanuel. So I think we're going up this way, right? Yeah. We're going up the ridge, around the bowl, and I think the peak is up behind me somewhere here.
Yeah, you can go as long as you really want on the ridge there.
Oh, okay.
It gets a bit dicey, but we'll take it as safely as we can.
Excellent.
Nothing's ever actually safe. It's just a necessary level of risk.
Safe is a human construct, right?
Yeah, safe is myth.
But yeah, check out the view from here. This is actually incredible. A never-ending ascent. Brendan, what do you think about the difficulty of this? What would you say for anyone who's coming to think of doing this?
Anyone who's thinking of doing this, we rate this as like one of the up to the saddle would be like moderate. This would be like hard.
Okay.
I would say.
What are your thoughts on the hike, Emmanuel?
It's pretty, like with the rocks, it's really challenging. But a good challenge, and yeah, I would enjoy it. It's so beautiful when you just turn and you see the lake and how high you are.
Yeah.
And seeing a feet with a big team is quite motivating.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. Glad you joined. Yeah.
Right, we are almost at the top, and the last few hundred meters are just this really horrible scree that really sucks the energy out of your legs, because if you don't get your footing right, you slide back down a bit. So it can be a 2 steps forward, 1 step back situation. But it's beautiful. So take the small victories and the big ones will come. But this is tough. Wow. Walking along a narrow little ledge here. You slip here, you're rolling the whole way down. We are up on the ridgeline proper now, and we've just seen a plane fly below us, so that is how high we are, and it is absolutely epic up here. We've just seen these huge mountains way in the distance, and I forget the name of it. Brendan, what was that mountain we just saw, the big huge one?
Mount Logan, if you're lying.
I think Mount McDonald.
Mount McDonald. It's definitely not Mount Logan, but apparently it's Mount McDonald, and it is huge. Like, this camera can't even capture the scale of it, but we're about half an hour from the top now, as you can see, just up here. Wait, not just there, it's this one. It's so hard to point with this little camera, but yeah, feeling energized, and it's so warm up here because the wind's kind of died down a little bit and the sun is just baking us, but it is beautiful. Even though it's baking us, there's lots of snow. Wow, I am very, very happy right now. Right, here we are a few steps away from the summit of King's Throne. I'm going to go and touch the peak, and then I'm going to go and see the views because they look pretty incredible. Here we go. I think about 4 hours from the car park to here, maybe a bit longer. Look at the views back that way. Wow, incredible. Anyway, let's go look at Lake Kathleen, or Kathleen Lake. Right, it is time to depart. Got to say goodbye to these absolutely stunning views and make the 3 to 4 hour hike back down. And it's going to be tough because I do not have poles, and it is going to be very, very slippy, and all that's rock and scree. Right, we're coming down the mountain and we're not having a good time because it is steep as hell and it is full of shale and lots of little pebbles, so it's just not stable. I'm walking down like a little crab here, sideways. And you can't even contour down this, you just have to go for it because the ledge of the path is so small and narrow. But we're getting there. It's just a bit taxing. Look at that, expert. Right, we just got done with the hike. We're back at the car and we come across some of the biggest mosquitoes I have ever seen in that forest here. But finally, we're back, we're safe. And that was where we were today, all the way up there. You can actually see the col that we climbed up to, and then the ridge that we walked around and back up to the peak. Wow. Anyway, time for a dip in this lovely ice cold water. So let us get changed here and we'll hop in and you can hear us scream.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you've enjoyed the video or found it useful, please hit the like button, as that will help YouTube push the video out to other people who might also enjoy the video or find it useful. And if you want to keep up to date with all my future videos, hit the subscribe button and YouTube will let you know when I post a video in the future. Thanks once again, and I'll catch you in the next one.